Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Dugout podcast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Marissa.
Took very long there.
Because you usually introduce me, so I don't know what's up today.
Well, I usually introduce you, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But remember last week we had a little bit of a mix up, so I thought as though maybe you wanted to change the.
The audience didn't know it was a mix-up because it didn't make the air.
Yeah, but I knew.
Oh, okay.
So just for my sake,
All right.
and to avoid having to start over,
Mm.
I decided to allow you to introduce herself.
Cool.
But yes, I'm
Thanks.
Andrew. This is Marissa, and we are the Dugout Podcast. And today we'll be discussing everything World Cup, football, no cricket on today's show,
Thank God.
just football. So Marissa, where do we start?
We start the day after we left off. I think we last left off at Argentina's shot result against Saudi Arabia, and
We
then
did.
we had another shot result the next day.
Belgium?
Japan,
Oh,
Germany.
Japan, Germany. Oh yes, yes.
I mean, I predicted that my team was going to be a disappointment.
Uh-huh.
You insisted, oh, they'll surprise you. They'll surprise you.
I still
wasn't
believe they will.
surprised. Oh, sure.
Did you have them to go to group?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. I got Germany probably. As I said last week, before I hand it over to Marissa, since this is her team, so she's the expert on all things Dutchland.
I'm not.
That was
No.
that was y'all's call yourself, right?
Deutschland.
My
Deutschland.
apologies.
Yes.
She's all things.
Get it right.
Deutschland.
Deutschland.
Anywho, I know you try to make me bite my tongue, but anyhow, as I was saying,
Wow.
I maintain that I still believe Germany will leave this tournament with some encouragement, some optimism as they head towards Euro 2024 and the 2026 World Cup.
Great.
You know, can't keep a big team down for too long.
It's been how many years now? 4?
Alert.
Anyways,
Right.
as I said, and as I tweeted, I was not surprised by the eventual results because I know how this Germany team operates. Excellent build-up play, great footballers, but a back line that is not dependable and a front line. Why are you skinning your teeth?
Because you said great footballers. Keep going.
We do have great
Do
footballers.
not let me interrupt you.
Kimmich, Gundogan, Goretzka, Musiala is a great budding talent. Shall I go on and on?
You should. Because you mentioned somebody that I don't agree with necessarily. That
Who's
is a
that?
great footballer. I don't think Goretz is great. I think good. I think he's great.
Okay.
And Gundogan will also say that he's good. I don't think he's great
Oh,
either.
okay.
Keep going. What else I
Okay.
got?
Moving on.
You see?
Germany cannot finish chances to save their lives. And we saw it again. Maybe not as much against Spain, but it still has some opportunity. It's not Sané had a fantastic. I know we ain't at the Spain game yet, but I may as well talk about the games Germany has played.
By all means.
Anyways, I feel you can wind me up tonight. You know, you got a lot of I can cause trouble tonight on your face.
No, listen.
I rebuke it in the
I'm
name of
listening to
Jesus.
you, with interest.
I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Anyways, I thought Sané had a great opportunity at the end of the Spain game to win it. And it's like, it's the same old story with Germany. I think this is why ultimately we probably go in what? The thing is, we might get lucky with the group of Belgium and Morocco. I may make it to the last 8, but I don't see us going further than the last 8. I don't know why Hansi keeps playing Nicolas Sula at the back. I just don't rate the man. And I just think the back line and the inability to finish chances will continue to haunt Germany. That's just my opinion. I thought the game against Japan, when we talked about it, you said we were in control, and we were. I thought Neuer did make a mistake for the second goal. I think somebody also was trying to play offside for Japan's second goal. But my issue is like,
somebody.
right, my issue is with the game at 1-0 for so long, Japan were always going to and Japan is a very fit side. They're always going to fancy their chances to try to get something. And therefore, in the last 15 minutes, they really stepped up. I don't even think Japan had a shot in like the first 60 minutes of the game. But as the game wore on, they felt they were in it and they went for it. And I think that any side that has pace, especially on the counter, will catch out Germany. Especially with the high line and a slow defense with the exception of Rudiger. And maybe the guy that plays left back.
Mhm.
So that's my thing. I think they played well against Spain, but I don't think Germany ever plays badly It's just they don't know how to finish chances, and you always fancy yourself to get 2 or 3 good opportunities against them. And that's why I think, I mean, Costa Rica has had one shot on target for the whole tournament. I'm not going to say Costa Rica is going to upset Germany, but stranger things have happened. I still fancy them to get out the group, but I just think that it would be a struggle whoever they meet in the knockouts. That's just my thing. These 2 games went to the same pattern that Germany have played over the last 2 years in the Nation League. What?
What do you mean we're listening?
You are grinning from ear to
I
ear.
like to smell.
I done talk. Go ahead.
I love the smell. Okay.
Floor is yours.
All right.
Because you itching.
No,
chomping at the bit to say
I was
something.
listening to you with interest. Like I said, you were making some very, very good points, some very poignant points that I really respect. I really respect your insight, you know.
What is wrong with you tonight?
Oh my goodness, I'm playing a compliment. Okay, well,
Exactly, which is very rare for you.
That's
So
not true. I always give credit where credit is due. Don't I?
I am responding to that.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I agree with what you said about Japan game. But the thing is, like, playing with a high line in any defense, whether you got fast players at the back or not, is a risk. Because a few things have to happen for the high line to be effective, which is that you also have to have constant pressure on the ball. And it has to be a synergy between the midfield, defense, and the attack in terms of the lines and the compactness. Sula is not a quick player, yes. But like, remember that Germany's answer to that too is that you all have, like, you know, for the last decade, the best super keeper in the world, which is Manuel Neuer. So
I think unpopular opinion is declining.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment. But I'm saying that, you know, that's part of your game plan too, is that you all trust his ability to judge situations and get, you know, and play sweeping role. Who plays right back for y'all?
He has to lot right back in the first game.
Okay.
And he brought in the fella at West Ham for the Spain game.
Oh, yeah, Theo, right. The Japan game, like I said, I don't know how you all managed to lose that game. Maybe Senegal was a mistake again. Some trying to play the offside and somebody was too deep. I kept the guy on, and then
you probably should have saved that.
No, it didn't. No, you kind of went at an angle, I guess, and not necessarily, you know, being a strong man and straight, and that enabled the guy to beat him at near post. Against Spain, I thought it was a close game.
It was.
Yeah. I know you keep on saying that Germany do not know how to finish chances. Germany's for line players for Bayern for the most part. So we talking about Gnabry, we talking about Sané, we talking about Musiala, Thomas Müller, and from my recollection, Bayern score heavy. Do they not?
Yes.
Good. My argument, this my angle on it. My angle. I believe that it's not so much that you guys don't know how to finish chances. I just feel, because to me, watching this Spain game, apart from the Musiala shot when he could have squared the ball to fuck from, right? That came before the actual goal. Apart from that, I would call the chances that you guys had to be tough or half chances.
Sané's chance wasn't tough.
You mean last one? When he struck?
That was more. I think his touch was a bit heavy.
It
kind
definitely
of
was.
took him further away from the goal.
Right.
And then I don't even know what he tried to do after.
He know what he tried, because what happens is that he tried to go around the keeper, right? And yeah, you said his touch was a little heavy, so he went a little way that he wanted to go. So then his shot wasn't necessarily on anymore. So I think he was trying to cut back the ball, but he was falling over. He's unbalanced. So I think that will happen. And again, that one was a chance, yes, but that was a tough one. Like thinking about the Spain game, honestly, like, I can't think of any of much chances that I felt were clear cut, apart from maybe the Musiala one, right? Because I was right in front of the keeper. But the other ones were kind of like half chances, tough ones to take. So I wouldn't say that you can't finish chances. That is a question, at least against Spain, were you creating full-on clear-cut chances? I would say not necessarily, maybe half chances.
I would also say, and you watched all of the Spain game too?
Yeah.
Didn't we look better when Fulcrum, that's how it's pronounced.
Fulcrum, yeah.
Didn't we look better when he came on?
I felt that he gave a bit of presence up front.
Exactly.
And you were able to go direct a lot more.
Which is something that Bayern has with Liwa. And to me, that's the problem. When you play Havertz there, it's not the same presence. When you play Muller there, it's not the same presence. I think the side needs a focal point. And Will Hansi play him against Costa Rica? Who knows?
You said that something at Bayern House with who? Who's the shirt?
Lewandowski.
Me when he was there.
Why do I keep forgetting that Lewandowski's not that Bayern?
Right, because I mean, yeah. But the thing is, right?
But even Choupo-Moting, he's not world class.
Right.
But I still think he plays well in that side.
Yeah, because promoting game suits the right team. But the point I was going to make about
Wait, who's playing striker for Bayern now? Say no.
I know Mane plays. I think Muller plays up top as like a false nine type of thing. I don't think they necessarily play with a pointer.
Can't believe people still playing Muller at false 9 in 2022. Anyways,
Right, but like
no disrespect to Muller. I like Muller, but those days done. In my opinion. Move on.
yeah, but to me like for her give you all presents, but I felt the guy really changed the game, and this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't know, but I felt Serge Gnabry played a lot of dog pup for most of the game. And I felt Leroy Sané made a difference with the pace and the directness and the willingness to play the ball through the channel for Musiala or Fulcrum.
I'm glad that you brought it up. Has he been unfit?
I don't think he's fully fit.
Oh, because to me, Sané starts in any Germany 11 for me.
Yeah.
I like Serge Gnabry as much as the next guy, but Sané is like my favorite German. That's the shirt that I want. By the way, if you want, give me a Christmas present.
My store when they had
Leroy Sané away Germany shirt.
They had only Havertz.
No thanks.
I know who to say that other than put Havertz on the back, but anyhow. But nah,
I like Kai, but
I was gonna come with that Kai thing. I know you like Kai. You also like Timo. I tell you that.
I like them, but they're not my like absolute favorite players.
But I just want you to know, right, that the jury's still out. I really question if them is German. We had them as play football.
Oh,
But anyhow, that's the truth. But seriously, Havertz. I didn't really see him at Leverkusen, so I don't know. But like since he's come to Chelsea, seeing him in the German team once he got him, and they start watching him at maybe at Chelsea or whatever, like I can't really. I mean, yes, there are a few moments where there's a nice little touch on, nice little something, but it's not consistent enough.
And I think it's because he never plays in one consistent position. That's the problem. When you look at Havertz's record for Germany, it's actually quite good in terms of goals and assists over, all his appearances. My problem is, and he keeps saying, he can play a variety of different positions, and I appreciate versatility. But Havertz's best position for me is in a number 10 position, in a creative role. This whole false 9 thing, I just don't buy it. I think he can offer a team much more with his passing than he can with his finishing, because his finishing needs work. So I just think that for club and country, they need to play him in a consistent position. And that position is in not a false 9. Don't say that again, Marissa. In a number 10 role. That's my opinion. And for Leverkusen, yeah, he played a few games up top, but I felt like Havertz played more in a number 10 role for Leverkusen too.
Havertz got wrong. I can't see going forward, right? Honestly, I can't see Havertz commanding a number 10 start in Germany's team unless he form improved drastically. And this is why. That young boy that wanna, pick up Musiala. His emergence.
Being pick up nobody. I know you would have had to come with something. Maybe pick up nobody.
Honestly, right? I was not even thinking along those lines.
You
when
said
I said
pick up.
I mean, but wait. The guy represented England on the age level.
Okay.
And then he chose Germany, yes.
Yeah.
But still a pickup.
Oh, Lord.
It's still a pickup. Will Lord have mercy.
When it's players all the time.
If I got some way, like Grealish play for Ireland
and Declan Rice.
Yeah, and I picked them up. There's pickups.
All right, as long as you can admit
it.
Oh,
by the way, I don't back England on myself getting in charge. I'm just saying. I just giving an example here.
Don't drink every time Andrew says he doesn't back England because Southgate is in charge. When really he's secretly supporting England and hoping they win the World Cup.
I am hoping. Listen. First, right? If there's one thing that I am is a realist, and I know England will not win.
That does not mean you don't hope that they win. That
means listen. A realist does not hope for things that are not feasible. I know everybody's talking about the one dream. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
But you gotta know what to dream for.
I cannot. You were saying about Musiala, and I think I know where you're going, and I agree.
Right, his emergence, you can give Havertz a problem, command that number 10 role, because he is showing the star quality
that you need that
you're gonna start.
So therefore, like Hansi correctly did, Havertz hold the bench, and that's how I think it should be.
Okay.
Personally, Havertz plays for Chelsea. I like him, but I'm not going to pretend that because he plays for my club that he should start because he's wearing a blue shirt every week. No, I think that you're rightfully saying if there's a better player, which there is, in his position that I feel he can be most effective for the national team, then he needs to sit down on the bench. And I hope he continues down with his false line thing. Honestly.
So Muller played as striker against Spain. Muller striker, right?
Yeah. That's another thing that I don't like too. Back in the day, in his prime, sure. But in 2022, no. I don't agree with it at all. I thought it was a mistake, in my opinion. I also think, look, if Sane is fit, Sane has to start. He has to. Muller got a whole bench too. I will put Muller on the bench too. My change for that Costa Rica game would be to bring Fulkrug.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I would really like to sit on Stula too.
Who are your other centre back options?
The fella name that I can't pronounce. The fella that played beside Rudiger in the first game. Schlotten something.
Stoughton. I think I heard your name called
Right.
Stoughtonberger.
But I haven't seen much of him. I know Thilo primarily plays as a centre back for West Ham though, I think.
Well, he's been when I've seen him play, he's mostly a right back.
Okay. I thought he was a centre back by trade.
He's supposed to be. But
Okay.
at PSG he was mostly used as right back.
Mm-hmm.
So like I guess he's one of those types that could play at either position.
Yeah. I just think that will be my changes. I think I will feel more confident about Germany going deeper in tournament if we play the guy Fulkrug. I don't think he's played much international football for Germany, but he hasn't.
I think he's like
he has something to offer, so play him. He has something to offer, so play him. This Muller Havertz thing ain't in it for me, to be honest. It's not it for me.
Right. So but does Germany beat Costa Rica and advance? We know he's offensive, but
yes, they should. But
Uh-huh.
nothing will surprise me with Germany. But they should. I haven't seen Costa Rica in this tournament, but I heard they've only had one shot on target. I think Germany will suffocate them with possession, but the problem with Germany, finishing chances. Maybe get 2 in the first half. I think that's probably the game over. But if it's 0-0 or 1-1, I think we'll probably start to get worried and panicky. So, and I think my faith would increase if I see people starting that I think should start. So yeah, that's my thing. So since we're on the group with Germany and Spain, both of them to advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Any thoughts on Spain?
Very good side. Yeah, very, very good side. And as I said, will be difficult to stop. I think they're going under the radar a bit because they don't play with a high profile number 9. So, but I think people are looking past them. Not really looking past them because it's Spain, but it's a case where they're not everybody's favorite team or a team on everybody's tongue right now.
I have to say, when the World Cup started, I did say that. I said that they don't excite me, and I did say that.
I just told you that. Yeah, they're a good team.
All right.
Remember the Euros.
All right.
Unlucky to lose.
But I feel like they do look a good side. I don't know why Rodri is playing centre back. That's the only thing that a little confusing to me.
Because the other centre backs are good enough. But
Pau Torres, Eric Garcia
missed it, Braun. Bad.
Who's it? They got somebody else in there too?
But I can see, I mean, like for me, like, I think a holder can play centre back efficiently.
I guess, yeah, it's true.
So,
but they do look very good. Morata always plays better for Spain than any club side, in my opinion. And I think he offers something as a super sub. Ferran Torres looks really good. Asensio looks really good. I agree. I think that they are flying under the radar, and I think that they
Spain
should
gonna
be.
wake up and find themselves wants to, convert chances. They're gonna wake up. Well, sorry, not really wake up. Cause I think they expect to be there, but
In the
people
semi?
feel as though they wake up and find themselves. Seriously, Spain will wake up and find themselves in the last four at least.
Yeah, I agree.
And with a chance at the
I
final.
won't be surprised if they get to the final though. I think, like, that midfield. I mean, I know Busquets old and slow, but I just kidding.
That midfield
He's
keep the
still
ball.
a quality. He's still a quality player, and he's surrounded by 2 very, very talented players. So
The midfield, and the thing is with Spain that Spain beats people at is that Spain's tactical intelligence is really, really good. So
yeah,
the off ball movement, the penetration, the understanding that
knowing when to make runs.
meant to make runs and I gotta move and then, I gotta get the ball gotta go there, but this is the best option for the ball to get there. Type of thing. Yeah, Spain.
You know what I enjoy watching about Spain? It's similar to the point, but it actually reminded me of a chance they had against Germany. It's like they could be playing slow and controlled, and then a quick pass, and they're in behind, and it's like they, to me, even though yes, they don't have the high profile number 9s, they do have good finishers. So I really do think that I think that Spain are gonna do well in this tournament. I think that they're gonna advance, and if they advance, they're going to play the team. Well, that's the group we gotta talk about next, actually. So let's not spoil that.
Mhm.
Belgium, Croatia, Morocco,
Morocco.
and
I can't remember the team in that group.
why are we blanking? Canada. Okay, we forget
Canada.
Canada.
But Canada already in
Yeah,
eliminated.
true. They've played well in the tournament though. Probably should have beat Belgium.
I didn't see the Belgian game, but
Yeah,
I
I
heard
saw
that
it.
was the case.
I saw it. It was really good. They should have had another penalty at least, and they had some really good chances too that they just could not put the ball in back in net. Then of course there was the penalty they missed,
Mhm.
but they were impressive, and Belgium were bad. But we'll get to that.
Right, and again, I saw the Croatia game.
Mm-hmm.
Croatia just had a bit too much,
Yeah,
general quality for them.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
Yeah, when that second goal went in from Croatia, you felt like they deflated immediately. So yeah, that group, because that bears relevance to our potential round of 16 matchups.
Mhm.
Let's talk about Belgium.
Mhm.
What's going on with the Belgians?
Well, I'm more sure I said before.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, but just to remind folks, I did say this Belgium so-called golden generation.
Mhm.
I say that's almost like a bird,
They really need to stop putting that label
anchor
for
around
teams.
somebody's
Yeah,
feet.
yeah, it's like a noose around your neck. Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, poison chalice.
I tell you, boy,
But this so-called golden generation of Belgium, I said that I think that generation was done. When I think about it in reflection, I honestly believe that their best chance at a tournament was 4 years ago.
You sound like De Bruyne.
You beat Brazil and then come and play timid against France. You didn't
Yeah,
want it.
that was a really. I remember just looking forward to that game so much, and it just was such a disappointment with how Belgium played.
And I do it twice.
Not Martinez's fault though.
I'm pretty sure in another tournament, in a tournament previously, they played timid against somebody too. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been a European
Probably
Championship.
Euros, yeah.
They played timid against somebody. I went home. But
Yeah.
anyway, that I haven't watched any of Belgium's games.
So
so
you
I
didn't
know how
see
to
the
look.
game against Morocco
No, that game play at what time again?
on Sunday around 9, I think. Yeah, 9.
Wait, we think.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on maybe home at 8 in my bed.
Mm.
So I got up for the Spain Germany was at 3, and somewhere
Mhm.
before that the games before that at 12.
Canada, Croatia.
Right, I watched Canada
Mhm.
Croatia. Right, so I definitely didn't see the Belgium Morocco, but I think I checked the results. Saw they lost to. I saw the goal, the free kick goal, and then the second goal as well. What can I say? I feel as though maybe as Martinez as coach, maybe things have gone a bit still
Mm-hmm.
in that regard, which has kind of happened to Martinez a few times in his career, where things have, he's a decent progressive coach, but then, things tend to go a bit still after 3 to 4 years.
But here's my thing: he has the players to freshen it up, but he's not using them.
What would you call the players freshen up?
Trossard is having a great season for Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't he at least deserve to start?
In place of. See, that's always a problem, Like when you say a match will start, is always.
I'm actually gonna tell
Who
you.
play for? Go tell me.
I'm actually gonna tell you, but I smelled because I'm sure you'd be surprised by my
listening.
response. He got to start ahead of Thorgan or Eden. 1A2. And if Thorgan is playing left wing back or right wing back, Trossard could play there. I think I was glad he started Onana in midfield, but I also think Tielemans is having a good season. You gotta find room for Tielemans too. I know you don't rate Tielemans, but Tielemans is having a good season.
It's
for
not as
Leicester.
that I don't rate Tielemans having a good season since man.
He is having a good season for Leicester.
Saints, man.
He's playing well.
Since man, me recently, because before he playing a lot of dog pup too. Early part of the season when Leicester losing games, he was playing a lot of dog pup.
But everybody was playing dog pup.
But everybody thought he's playing. Listen, you could be surrounded by dog pup, and still look good.
Mm-hmm.
You can see talent don't hide because it's surrounded by dog pup.
Whatever.
But anyhow, right. So Trossard, to go back to your original statement, Trossard ain't starting before Eden
I say
Nor-
Eden or Thorgan.
or Thorgan. I was gonna come to that.
Okay.
He ain't start, but especially Eden Hazard.
But Eden ain't in the form either.
I know that, but I think I was laughing. Eden could, I don't know. I don't know what analogy to use, but that would never happen.
It should though.
Never, ever, ever, ever happen.
You can't have favoritism in these sort of
Can't
tournaments.
do
man.
what?
Can't. Is the difference between going home or staying in tournament? And I think, in fact, let me not say that yet. Let me let you continue before I get to my conclusion.
So I done. Go ahead.
I don't think Belgium can get out of the group.
That's all right.
Do you think they're going to get out of the group?
I ain't bothered either way. Listen.
Well, we gonna
Honestly,
make our
I haven't
predictions.
given it a moment's thought. So
Okay, well,
thanks
think
for
about it
asking.
now. Okay, no problem.
Their last game against
Croatia. Man laughing, eh?
Right now, I have to laugh. What do you, I mean, that's an interesting question. Will they get with the group?
All right, bear in mind, they have 3
Croatia
points.
still need a result, right? They drew their first game and then they beat Canada, so they're on 4 points. They will still
they're
technically need
on
a
4.
result. Right.
Then Morocco is second on 3.
Right. So it's important for Croatia to get
Or
results too.
4. No, Morocco on 4 too?
Right, exactly.
Because Morocco draw
Right,
too.
right. Exactly. Morocco and Croatia drew. So I'm saying. So I'm saying that's an interesting question.
So
because-
Croatia on 4, Morocco on 4, Belgium on 3, and Canada on 0. Yes.
right.
Yes.
So exactly. So I would argue that Croatia still needs a result to be certain that they're going through. I back in Luka Modric. So Belgium, I'm sorry. Wait. I mean, from the reports that I've seen or heard or read, I realize that they're arguing amongst themselves. So
Yeah,
they
we can get to
They start
that.
arguing amongst themselves on the way home.
We can get to
You
that.
know?
We can get to that. I just want to hear your prediction. So you think Croatia are going to win or draw?
Yes, I'm going. Actually, I'm gonna draw.
Win.
I got Croatia to win 2-1.
Mm.
I tell you, back in Luka.
And I think Morocco will beat Canada. Or get even a result against them.
I think Morocco will get a result against Canada.
So I think Morocco will go through as runner-up.
Yeah, but I mean, anytime because the thing is, right, a lot of Belgium they're already out because don't forget Belgium on 3, so they don't make if Belgium lose,
Right.
period, them out.
Yeah.
So even if Canada was to beat Morocco still going through. Is Belgium need the result? Croatia need 1 too, because Croatia will know what happened
But
in
then it will
Morocco.
come down to goal difference.
Right. That was a Croatia need the result too in a sense. A draw will be guarantee them a spot.
Yeah,
But
it
Belgium definitely needs to win.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
right. And I think. I mean, I don't think Croatia. I think I said before. I think Croatia is a team that's a bit long and too fast. Well,
Yeah, I agree. We get to them in a
but
bit.
I think Croatia will see off Belgium because Belgium does not look like a collective unit, a unit in sync. They're not in harmony. Like I said,
And they're not in form either.
correct. And I think the World Cup is a little bit festival of football, a festival of love.
Yeah.
And if you can come and argue, you should go home.
Oh my gosh.
You should go home.
Festival of Love.
Festival of love.
Whoa.
Man.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
You tell me,
So-
mix it up. You tell me you wanted new sayings.
Right. Did I?
Yeah, new catchphrases.
Sure.
Yeah, you come and argue when they talk with Stevie Wonder.
So before we move off of this group, we heard some interesting comments. De Bruyne agreed with you that their best chance to win the World Cup was 4 years ago, but then he called his side too old, and then Vertonghen bite back and say maybe we didn't win against Morocco because we're too slow in attack as well. So that tells me that there's some discard there.
There's some
behind
discard.
the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
Eden
discord.
Hazard came out today and claimed him for talking didn't have an argument, but if you come out and go and deny it, maybe there's something there. So yeah, like you said, they don't seem to be a cohesive unit on the pitch or off the pitch. Do you think Belgium are too old? Too old and slow? I mean, you're walking around with Vertonghen and Aguero as a centre-back partnership into 2022.
Yeah, but Brazil walking around with Thiago Silva. I mean, some people
Different class.
Some people carry aging players.
Yes, but quality aging players. I can't believe it just bring Thiago Silva into that argument. I'm offended. I'm offended on behalf
You only
of
offended
Thiago
because you
Silva.
live with Chelsea, but
That's not true. I have always rated Thiago Silva.
I've always rated him too. I ain't seen him as crap. I'm saying some people carry aging players. Seriously, hold Thiago's what? 30.
38.
Good. I would not expect Thiago Silva. If you told me 4 years ago that Thiago Silva at 38 would still be starting for Brazil, I would have said, haha. But I would have thought somebody else would have emerged and leave that there. That's for the the incoming centre backs that Brazil got, the younger ones like Militao and them to discuss among themselves.
They're that right back. That yesterday I think it was.
Yeah, he did. But going back to the whole subject,
Belgium.
if Belgium are too old, I personally never felt as though. I always felt as though something was missing with the Belgium as a golden generation. I felt they were like a top 8, a top 4 team,
Mm-hmm.
but I never felt like they were capable of winning the tournament.
Why? What do you think was missing?
Just added bit of like special quality. I know people like Hazard, people like Kevin De Bruyne.
There are special players. Well, Hazard was in his prime.
Yes, Hazard was.
De Bruyne too.
De Bruyne is very good. Yeah, De Bruyne is quality. But like, for example, I wouldn't. De Bruyne is really really good. Don't get me wrong. But I would not class. When I talk about like, if I said for example, like world class attacking mids or whatever case it be, he'd be the conversation. But I think men would be ahead of me, like Luka Modric. Would it be ahead of him? What's his name? I thought David Silva was ahead of me when he was still playing. Was always ahead of him for me when he was still playing. So there were people ahead of him. You know what I mean? And like,
Okay.
and my thing with Kevin De Bruyne was that I always felt Kevin De Bruyne was a shoot first playmaker more than a pass first one. You know?
Interesting.
But he's very
comment.
good. He's a quality player. But
Okay.
like, and then even in striking department, it always felt like. I always felt like something was missing with Belgium though.
Oh god.
Like seriously, Belgium.
That's why I was expecting you to go there first. Actually,
Belgium never convinced me.
because I know you hate
Touching
Lukaku.
everything. I don't hate him, but Belgium never convinced me that they were like honestly when they beat Brazil in the last World Cup, I was surprised. That was their best chance. Looking back on it, that was probably their best chance. Because when you beat Brazil, you can't come in next round and not score a goal against. Who lost them? Well, it was
Wasn't it France?
France. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can beat Brazil and then come and not even score a goal against France.
Okay, well,
From like you know, and like I don't know. All I would say though is yeah, I always felt like, and then like when you think okay, it was 2014. 2014 they went out against Argentina, I believe, right? Eventual finalists, fine. Then you had 2016 Euros lost to Wales. Then you had the 2018, and then what happened in the last Euros? They lost.
I don't even remember.
Man, somebody beat them with a sweet goal. I think it was Italy. Italy or Portugal beat them
find
last European Championship. I think it was Italy. Yeah, it's in your goal. Yeah, Italy beat them. And we didn't get to see the game because of the hurricane.
Because you what?
The hurricane. Remember we had a hurricane last year. That knocked out the electricity. You remember that?
Sure.
You don't remember that?
No.
Sure, remember the hurricane last year? I can't remember what it was called. It was
Sure,
a hurricane that happened last year. And knocked out electricity.
And it was 2020 that Euros was.
Yours in 2021. Remember it was delayed by a year.
Euros was in 2020? Euros was just last year?
Yes, remember it was delayed by a year. Pandemic, COVID.
Oh, Elsa.
Yes, right.
Oh,
And we didn't see the game because the hurricane happened
Elsa.
and the power was off. I remember I didn't see the game. And I was just
Oh.
praying the power came back on so I could see the other game I was playing that day.
Right.
Right. So like when those things happen consecutively, and it's not like honestly right. And I think this is something I've noticed. Teams like Belgium, countries like Belgium, and this way, for example, I was not a fan of expanding the World Cup to 48 teams in next edition because I believe that certain teams like Belgium, for example, in the late 90s, Romania, for example, there are certain teams that when they qualify is when they have a nice collection of players that they call the golden generation. Media rather would call the golden generation. But the whole thing is that way in national football different about club football is that club football you go and buy somebody. National football you go develop people.
Exactly.
So expanding World Cup for me sort of waters it down in the sense that you don't have to, there are more spots available. So
I agree 100%.
So that's my thing.
I'm all for inclusivity, but I think 48 is way too much.
Right, so I'm not taking anything away from this crop of Belgian players. They were a nice crop. I just felt that something was always missing, especially when I compare. Because, for example, even when company and other people were there, you had your Germany team, you had Spain. I also thought Brazil was still good, at least in terms of talent pool, for the most part. Similar with Argentina, similar with Spain. For anytime for Belgium to come and win a World Cup, it got to be a really, really outstanding bunch.
Fair enough.
And yes, you had Hazard, sprinkle him in, and then
Hazard.
And when I think about where your chance gone, the last 2 or 3 years, Hazard hasn't really played in football.
True.
And I know you said trousers to start for him or Targan, but Hazard got a status in Belgium team that Hazard CR in Portugal,
Targan
right? Messi in Argentina. You no boy ain't playing ahead of he.
Targan doesn't.
Target doesn't, yes, but you know, Hazard's better than Captain, right? Good. Target's your brother. So, so like you know, I just saying. But no, I mean,
Do not kill me.
I mean, like for me, if Trossard can play, Trossard should be playing the position he's played for Brighton, which is as an attacking midfielder.
Okay.
And I see no sense playing at right back or right case.
Fair enough. So you have Croatia to top the group, Morocco to come second.
Correct.
Which will leave us with Croatia, Germany, Spain, Morocco.
That's nice. Quite nice.
Yeah.
I think Croatia and Germany would be a nice game.
Me too.
And I think at this point we talk about what you think about Germany. I think Germany could beat Croatia.
Germany could beat anybody, Andrew. But will they is a problem.
Ah boy.
All right, let's move on.
Correct.
That was group E and F we covered. Just as a side note, group A and B are finished. Is it A and B? That's what the name A and B. And it will be Netherlands USA on Sunday. Is it Sunday?
I'm not sure what day it's playing.
Netherlands USA and Senegal England in the quarters.
Those games are playing the same day.
I ain't sure. I ain't get down to the schedule yet.
Because Sunday will work nice for me. Because that's the weekend.
Scroll down quick and see. Let's see. England Senegal on Sunday at 3.
Okay.
USA Netherlands Saturday at 11.
Okay. I can watch both games.
Okay. Early predictions before we move on to the other groups.
I ain't tell you no though. If England lost to Senegal, right, not matching my phone. Not call me. You know what I'm saying? I will not be here next Tuesday. I will let you and my friend that come in share the
Shut! Remember to clip this here? He said
Clip
don't
it.
call me, don't message me, and he ain't coming on Tuesday.
I will not be here.
Cool.
Actually, I'll be here, but I will not be on screen. I'll be in the corner.
So I can be here myself.
You'll be here with Demar.
All right.
Our guest.
Okay.
Actually, go a bit. You can retreat, no, but
Wow.
yeah, we're hoping that you'll be here with Mr. Evening.
Early predictions for those 2 quarterfinals? I probably shouldn't have skip ahead, but
Netherlands to get past USA, England to get past Senegal. But the thing is, right, I think Senegal got a chance. You know? But I think England will ultimately win, as I told you. But here's the thing. I know who you get. I know who people get. Do not call my phone.
all right.
Christopher Cox, do not call my phone. Don't message me.
The reason I'm laughing is because we had a very heated conversation before we went on air about this Senegal England game.
Right.
So I'm just very insistent that England will win.
Yeah.
Hence why he doesn't want me to message him if they lose.
Like, I think England ultimately will win. I don't think it's going to be a dominant win from England.
Okay.
I think it'll be a close game. But I think England will share it. But I know, because people know that in the past I've backed England, they got some people that be, tempted to reach out and message my phone. Do not do it. Do not do it.
Hold on. Did you buy a shirt for this World Cup?
Yeah, I did.
What shirt did you buy for this World Cup?
I only buy one shirt.
Why would you only buy that one shirt? Wait, first of all, what was the shirt?
It was an England shirt.
Why did you buy an England shirt?
Because I like the color. They were back to the original wicket in red. And I felt like, you know what, it looks really nice.
So you bought England shirt because it looked good.
Correct.
I could name 5 better shirts than England red shirt.
That's good for you.
You bought the shirt because you are an England fan.
No, I bought a shirt because I had the money. I was in Sheraton and and they look nice. 3 reasons are set for the fact I was an England fan.
I don't talk.
It looked nice. I was in the area.
That shirt is very ugly, by the way.
And I had the money to spare. My good thing, you like.
Germany away shirt is better. France kits better.
Wear Germany shirt.
All the France kits better. I actually like Japan shirt. Senegal's kit is nice.
They sell them down here.
Netherlands shirt a little too orange for me. Who else? I say I can name 5. Spain 1 or 2 red. Why am I blanking on this?
But listen, it's not.
Oh,
about
Brazil.
that. Okay.
Barbados colors. I actually remember that's why I started to like Brazil when I was younger. Say probably the closest I'll get to see Barbados colors on the football field. Anyways, moving on.
Right.
So yeah, you're in this layeredness about how you don't support England.
I know. I say I do not support England while Southgate is in charge.
Oh gosh. Anyways,
That's my position.
Let's move on to the other groups.
Because I'm not going to allow Southgate and the delusion of getting to a semi-final and a final of a major tournament to make me get attain belief. I'm not going to let the media tell me that Foden is this and is that, and Saka is this and is that, and Benham is this and is that, for me to get belief and then come all the way crashing down. I look like Icarus. I want to fly close to the sun. Are you good?
As a side note, I believe Senegal will get past England on Sunday.
I know you believe that.
Yes.
But should it happen? Like you said, don't message me.
No problem.
But if I'm gonna beat them right, I gonna message you.
That can't work.
But life ain't fair. And I try to prepare for life.
You know what? I can message you though. In
Alright?
fact, I can send you a voice note.
I want
I can
to
send you a
get play.
voice note to wind you up.
Oh well.
You might curse me, but
I don't
still
curse you.
do it. Might curse me in your head. Anyways, so we have Brazil's group. Yes, Brazil, Switzerland, and Cameroon, Serbia. I think that group is probably going to be a foregone conclusion, considering Brazil play Cameroon next and Serbia play Switzerland next. So Brazil are through.
Mhm.
We know that, and they'll probably go through as group winners.
Mhm.
But who do you think will join them?
Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon. Who's the other team?
Cameroon and Serbia.
Serbia, right,
Mhm.
right,
So Serbia has a point.
right, right,
So does Cameroon.
right.
And
Switzerland have 3.
yeah,
And Brazil have
and
6.
Switzerland and Serbia play next.
Yeah, I think Switzerland go through along
Mm.
with Brazil. Cameroon issue is that they ain't got them next game against Brazil, and Brazil's not gonna come out later. So
Agreed, but don't you think Serbia has the ability to beat Switzerland?
No.
Switzerland look a bit toothless up front.
I don't see it.
Hmm.
I know something about Serbia don't convince me that in the crunch game. And true, that'll be 2 goals against Cameroon and contrived to lose
Great
to draw
point.
3-3.
Great point. But Switzerland,
Don't get me wrong, I don't want I didn't go out Cameroon come back, but still
because you're African roots.
correct.
Anyways, I think the thing with Serbia, I get what you're saying, but I still think that they have players that can hurt Switzerland. I just don't think Switzerland are. I don't know. They don't convince me as a side, but I could be wrong. You see. So you're predicting Brazil to leave that group winners and Switzerland to be runners up.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that we are looking at this very interesting group that we'll discuss next. Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea, Ghana. So Portugal play South Korea next, and Ghana, Uruguay. That historical. You still remember that game from way back when?
I do.
Never forget. I think that was the moment I started to hate Suarez.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know when what way did you hate it?
Because he had ball was destined for the back in net.
And
And they don't want Ghana win?
First, right? When they go start with that. I tell you why.
If
Because
this was
right,
anybody else, you would not defend this. You only defend this because
I would defend it before he went to Liverpool. And he went to Liverpool a whole I think 2 or 3 years after. I was defending it at the same time. Listen, right? When I can't want to rewrite the rules just because it's a black team. The rules are if a man handles the ball, it's a red card. And the subsequent punishment is a penalty, which Ghana got. It's not Uruguay fault that Asamoah Gyan hit the crossbar. And I got nothing to do.
I don't care.
So you can't blame
It was still something that happened that I did not like.
But Ghana still had a chance to win the game. And then they eventually lost the penalties.
Anyways, let me
Boo.
get back. Let me come
Get
back
over
to
it.
the present. Let me come back to the
And then they
present.
hit Suarez boat.
Whatever.
Wait.
Let me come back to the
He
present.
committed offense and he was punished. Right?
Whatever.
You know, Ghana did not take the chance to win.
Whatever. Next. Portugal, South Korea, Uruguay, Ghana. So Portugal got 6 points, right?
Yes, it's Portugal or Rachel.
Okay.
Because they won against Uruguay.
Likely to beat South Korea. Although South Korea got a bit about them, to be honest.
I think Portugal. I don't know if they beat South Korea, but I think they will avoid defeat. So I think I will probably go for a draw in that game.
Yeah. Which will send them through as group winners.
Correct.
So Uruguay, Ghana.
But I think Portugal or Rachel as group winners though, because I don't think nobody else win the game. So
Ghana won 3-2 against South Korea.
yes, that's true. All right. So Ghana, Uruguay.
Portugal goal difference will be better than Ghana's though.
Right. So Uruguay. Uruguay and Ghana will be the kind of the decider.
Basically. Because Uruguay has 1 from their draw, and Ghana has 3 from their win against South Korea.
Great. I think honestly though, but I think I would give the edge to Ghana.
Interesting.
Uruguay score a goal for the tournament. Winning back for. This Uruguay team look to be another one that kind of like trying to reinvigorate itself in a sense. So I feel like, cause you kind of in a flux in terms of you got some older players and then you got some new ones that emerging but ain't quite there yet, or ain't as good as the old ones that coming up.
Okay.
So when you look at the Darwins of the world, for example, not as good as the Cabanis and Suarez were.
True.
So I think against Ghana, I don't see how Uruguay wins that game. I think Ghana will win, or at least get a point.
Yeah, because that's all they need.
Yeah, so I'll be very surprised.
I don't know. I like the look of the Ghana team. I do. But Uruguay got some good players. It's a big game. Great game in prospect. I don't know. But if I had to call it, I probably would agree with you and say Ghana go through. And I think that would set up what? Brazil, Ghana, Portugal, Switzerland. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, any thoughts on Brazil so far? How they look?
Look good. I mean, funny enough, right? I watched the first half of the Brazil Switzerland game, and then at some point I turned back on to see what the score was. And as soon as I turned back on, that's literally when Casemiro scored.
That's a great goal, though.
I got start to winning.
Gosh.
It was a good goal.
I think what's impressive about Brazil is as good as the attack. Vinicius Jr. looks, I don't know, like fantastic. Like even without Neymar, they don't seem. I know people, because that game was 0-0 for so long, I know people were questioning whether they were missing him, but I don't think they're missing him. I think Vinicius Jr. is carrying that superstar flag quite well. But they look really solid in defense and midfield. No shots on target face for the entire tournament. And they just always look in control of games. They never look in any period of difficulty or anything. And that's the impressive part for me. And I think, I don't know, I think they're definitely my favorites to win. Well,
I ain't getting quite there yet, but
maybe with France.
there's more favorites, but
so yeah,
I won't read much into the having faced no shots on target so far either, because the first game was against the first game, Serbia, right?
Yeah.
Right. Serbia kind of kick on people. Then we can't play football. And Switzerland come to get a point.
True. They had so much fouls in the first 10 minutes of that game. It was mad.
I know Serbia football. Because Serbia know that they can't match Brazil.
Yeah.
For technique in open play or whatever case.
Yeah.
Serbia kind of kick on people. Switzerland come looking for the goal. Switzerland come looking to preserve and then I get a point. You know what I'm saying? Because a point with the Switzerland, very, very good. So, I mean, you will have to see how Brazil react when they play a bigger team that more inclined to try to match them.
Fair
or
enough.
to at least implement their game on Brazil as opposed to the other way around.
Fair point.
So, still, I mean, Brazil look good. Don't let people think that I saying that susceptible or anything like that. They look good.
Okay.
They look strong.
All right. So Group D, France is already through as group winners. I thought it was another. Who did they play?
They played
Denmark. Denmark was their second
Denmark,
game.
yeah, Denmark, yeah. Yes.
Thought they looked good. I thought even after Denmark equalized, right?
Yes.
Yeah, after Denmark equalized, they responded quite well. I don't know, France looks good to me. So France are through, and then I think the big matchup for runners up is Australia Denmark, who play tomorrow.
Where do I see that going?
Denmark, comfortably. Just asking. Australia really aren't a bad side.
There aren't. Again, it's a close one. I will go with Denmark. Just maybe 1-0.
Yeah, I think they're both a bit toothless. So I think this game will probably be a 1-0.
Right.
And I fancy Denmark to do it as well. And then I hope I got these brackets right here. And then Poland, Argentina is also tomorrow, and
Mhm.
Saudi Arabia, Mexico. Now this group is interesting,
Yes.
very very interesting because I thought Poland got a very unjust win against Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Because Saudi Arabia was definitely the better side in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on 3.
Right.
Saudi Arabia has 3.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina has 3.
Right. And Mexico has 1.
No, which means Poland on 4.
Yeah, Poland on 4.
Right.
Poland drew with Mexico.
Poland, right. So Poland on 4, Argentina on 3, Saudi Arabia 3, Mexico on 1.
Right. So Poland still needs a result.
Everybody needs a result. That's the beauty
Mexico
of
needs
this
to win.
group. Mhm. Mexico needs to win. Saudi Arabia can only draw if Poland beats Argentina.
Right.
So everybody needs a result, really. This is gonna be a good group. So how do you see it going? Put you right on the spot.
Well, I think Argentina will get past Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Close game again, but I think Argentina will find a way.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
I think Saudi Arabia will beat Mexico. Cause I don't think Mexico. I think if we reminisce about Mexico from previous tournaments, it might it would more lean towards Mexico.
Yeah.
But so far from what I've seen,
Yeah,
I don't think this Mexico is as good as previous editions of Mexico.
I agree.
So I think Saudi Arabia will shit it, and I think Argentina will. I think Poland will be competitive, but I think Argentina will find a way through the sheer, bit of quality that Messi has, or one of the other attacking players has.
So let me take a quick look at the standings because if you're right, let's take a quick look. So Argentina is currently ahead on goal difference. So if both Saudi Arabia and Argentina win, group winners is going to come down to goal difference.
Right.
So then who do you fancy to go through as group winners?
What's the goal difference right now?
Argentina's is 1 and Saudi Arabia's is -1.
Argentina. I think Saudi Arabia beat Mexico, but I'm not sure. Saudi Arabia beat Mexico by 3 or 4 goals to swing it that much.
Fair. So that sets up an Argentina-Denmark potential based on our predictions. Argentina, Denmark, Saudi Arabia, France.
Okay.
Foregone conclusions? Well, in football, nothing is ever a foregone conclusion, but
I feel so.
people start as heavy favorites in those games, right? Yeah. All right, so then we have wait, that's it? Oh, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So who do you think has been a surprise package so far?
Surprise
Or
package.
let me rephrase that. Who has impressed you the most as a team?
Spain.
England?
Spain has impressed me the most. You're trying to be shitty. Spain has impressed me the most as a team. Really, really impressed by their style of play. So I enjoy watching, not in terms of excitement, but just in terms of their ability to control a game and outmaneuver a team. I think Spain has impressed me. In terms of surprise packages, if I was going to pick one, I think the only surprise package that I really would call a surprise might be Saudi Arabia in terms of how well they've looked. Because kind of in terms of who are late to advance, I think that was kind of my prediction from the start. I don't think I got anybody wrong.
Okay.
In terms of who was advancing. So.
Okay. Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment so far. I would say Uruguay and Belgium. Because for Belgium, although I didn't think that they would be contenders to win the tournament, or I didn't see them as an outside bet or any contender to win the tournament this time, but I still felt as though they would have progressed from the group stage. So if that fails to happen, they would definitely be a disappointment in that regard. And Uruguay, I still thought that they would have gotten out. And I haven't seen any. I mean, for a period, they did okay against Portugal.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Portugal got some interesting players. Need I say more? Who the swing decisions there with So I mean, at the time the score was still 1-0. So who knows if Uruguay would have gotten a goal to equalize? I don't think they would have. Cause I think the wave had already passed. But yeah,
As I said to you, no matter how much complaining and whining Bruno did,
Mhm.
the fact that referees look at that and give that penalty is even more of a disgrace. So I stick to that. I ain't the biggest Bruno fan either, but the refereeing was the first.
but it's not. The thing it's not even anything against him. I just don't like to see that sort of team in football.
Yeah, but that's he though. He's very like that. Anyways, I think for me, I actually kind of agree with all of your picks. I think from my perspective, because I wrongfully underestimated Spain, so for me they've been the biggest surprise for me. I've enjoyed watching them play. And this has nothing to do with the 7-0 against Costa Rica. It's just like you said, the ability to control, the intelligence to know when to make runs. It's just really, really good to watch. I agree about Saudi Arabia. And even though they're going home, I've been impressed with how Canada have played football. I think it's unfortunate that they didn't win that first game against Belgium. If not, we'd be having a different conversation. Who else? Anybody else?
No.
I have also enjoyed. I've enjoyed watching the African teams in the tournament too. To be honest, it's been entertaining as usual. Although there was one really boring game between the two, with the African team involved.
Mhm.
Biggest disappointment definitely has to be Belgium. Again, whether they're too old, whether they're over the hill, you still expect a team with this quality players to at least get out the group. And if we're both thinking the same way, and if our predictions come to fruition, they won't. And I think that's been the biggest disappointment. World Cup as a whole, though, Shah has been harassing me about this question, so I figured we bring it on the podcast.
Okay.
Our views on the World Cup so far.
So, as a school teacher, I've not seen as much of the World Cup as I would like to see because of the times. Because somebody, like I said before, somebody decided, guy,
Don't behind God's back.
No, let me finish.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Somebody said, "Guy, all beyond the horizon." Every sun. I don't know. I can't think of nothing. My point is, right? They said, "Guy, all down the Middle East, in parts unknown." We call it that. In parts unknown, where we get a host that met history, as they predicted, the first host in history to lose all 3 games. They get a point.
Do you know that the Euros started at the same times? They had 12 and 3 games too.
But the Euros playing summer.
Right. But people's work. You see, this is your problem.
But
People does work during the summer too, but you don't work during the summer.
I'm at work during the summer too. But remember the last Euros, we had a pandemic, so it was online.
Okay.
That one. And then 2, it was summer. And 3, normally around June, past second week of June, that type of thing, you will have exams, and exams will be finishing up, so that you would just be marking. Okay. So you could, find time to watch your games. So that's the difference. So but listen, I got every reason to complain, and people got every reason to complain. It's not only teachers, because right, when the bid was made for the tournament, it was supposed to be staged in summer. The understanding with it was that it was a summer tournament. Now all of a sudden, somebody realized, oh shoot, these people get short. Let me carry it during November and December. During winter. They interrupt a whole domestic campaign to fit in the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? That is foolishness, and you know that FIFA do foolishness. Now, I have no complaints against Qatar stationing it, but what I've taught, so anyway, going back to what I said initially.
It's true, because you were just gave for the whole rant.
No, I've composed outbursts.
Okay.
But I have not seen as much of a tournament as I ordinarily would. But from what I've seen, I think the standard of football has been really, really good. Well, for the most part. They got some teams that shouldn't be on the World Cup. But anyway, but the standard for the most part has been quite good. I think it's been a better tournament so far than 4 years ago in terms of the standard. And I think it has really whetted the appetite for what's to come. Hopefully it delivers. Because I've had a couple tournaments where the group stage has promised, more, and then so we don't know, but it has definitely whet my appetite. I look forward to what's in store. I know my team will not win, but
oh, you have a team now?
The team that I usually have.
Oh, okay. just wanted to clarify that for the viewers.
I don't back your team. I
Right.
don't support your team, but
Okay.
right now, but
Right.
you know, I know that my team will not win, or a team that people associate me as supporting will not win. But I will.
So when you eventually come on the podcast with your England shirt, that just because you like red.
No. When I eventually come on my podcast, I'm making sure because England maybe would have gotten a big result, and I could come and gloat for a little bit.
Hmm.
I
So
never,
then
I
if
never said, I
England-
never said because I'm against the coach, and that I not really as investing in team winning this tournament as I normally would. I'm not saying that I will not come and try to and enjoy the the fruits of the labor if that happened to me or experience a price. I did it in Euros. I took
Who
a
could
nice
forget?
took a nice picture.
Who could
I posted
forget?
my WhatsApp status and happy with it.
Who could forget?
That it was a joke.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Joke.
I guess some people can't tell when they're being sincere and when they're not.
Right.
But
Right.
anyhow,
Germany and England avoid each other in this tournament, right?
yeah, they should.
Actually, no. If Germany get past, I think if Germany get past the last 8 and y'all, I gotta look at it again. I think we may meet though. Well, on paper, not theoretically, not actually.
Right, cause England will be there to meet you. So I know, and I don't think you'll be there either. But
I can't tell based on this bracket.
but it's been a decent tournament. Just wrap it with that.
I think some of the games that I've watched have been a bit disappointing.
Mhm.
And I think the really exciting ones I've missed, which is disappointing.
Mhm.
But I do think I enjoy watching international football because it's so competitive. It's like, and this is why I always insist, I think international football is more difficult than club football. Because club football, you could easily just throw money and build a team, but international football is a totally different kettle of fish. And I've enjoyed the competitiveness. I've enjoyed the upsets. Saudi Arabia, Japan. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, to be honest. There've been a few 0-0s. I thought we were gonna break the record for the most 0-0s in a tournament,
Mhm.
but I think we maybe past 0-0s by now. But I'm really looking forward to the matchups to come. I think there's some, and the thing is about the group stage is that usually sometimes you just kind of crawl your way through the group stage sometimes. But I think a lot of the group stage matchups have been really good. I thought Spain Germany was a quality game, to be
Mhm.
honest. There was another game. France Denmark wasn't a bad game either. I mean, even though Denmark didn't really offer too much, thought that was a decent game. Portugal Uruguay wasn't bad either. Portugal is such a good side when they really play though. Like they have some really good players. I feel if they had a different manager, we'd be talking about them differently too. Because when you think, look at their team. I know you don't like some of the players, but it's still a good player. I know.
I'm just listening.
I am aware. When you just listen is when you should be concerned.
Oh dear.
Anyways, but I've really enjoyed some of the games, and I think the round of 16 is going to be very, very good. I really do. Really, really do. Netherlands have impressed me too, actually. Haven't been bad. Yeah. So I think it's going to be really good. I think it's been a decent tournament. And I think that you say the group stage has really whetted the appetite for what's to come.
Yeah, it's where headed, and I believe that tournament is been great.
So all the round of 16 games this weekend? Let me check quickly. Go ahead and say what you're saying.
Yeah, I think the round of 16 there will be a few upsets potentially.
Like Senegal, England?
Maybe. I don't think that will come to pass, but maybe. I think England will.
If you
I
had
think
to
England
call
will
an
get
upset.
past. If I had to call one of the upsets.
If you had, even if you can't call the game because we don't exactly know all the matchups, if you had to call two big teams that may go home.
Two, wait, not one.
All right, one is fine. One is fine.
I will go see the matches for that. But I might go home early.
Yeah,
Or
in
our
the round of
next round.
16, yeah.
England could go home because they're playing Senegal, so they could go home. Senegal are the current Africa Cup and Nation champions, so they need to be respected. And Senegal is a good side, so England could go home. That's one that could go home, but I don't think that will happen. I think England's exit will be the following round. Another big team that could go home in last 16. I think maybe who Portugal play? Or who
I
Portugal
forget.
lately play
I forget.
the runner from the Brazil group, right? Or
Yeah,
beat
Switzerland.
All right, Portugal beat Switzerland. All right, so let me see. And who Germany go play?
Probably, if they get out the group,
Mhm.
Morocco. No, Croatia. Sorry, because
Croatia.
we can finish second in group if we beat Costa Rica.
But Croatia is the one that could be dicey.
Mhm.
And I would say Netherlands, USA could be dicey too.
I would say that if USA could score goals, but they can't.
I would say USA and Netherlands could be dicey. Could be.
The only way that would be dicey is
Potentially.
if USA could score 2 goals, and I don't think they can. Just saying.
We'll see what happens, man.
And Pulisic got injury concern.
We'll see what happens, man.
For me,
You know, we already know who we're gonna say. But
well,
you just hope we just wait for this whole tournament.
I
keep
was
going.
I was actually gonna say Germany.
Keep going.
So Germany.
Mhm.
Anyways, I think Germany could be a. I think that Croatia Germany game is going to be really interesting, if it comes to pass.
Right, if it comes to
If
pass.
it comes to pass. But I do think that, like I said, I don't really have any confidence in Germany backline and our ability to finish chances. So I think that Germany will have an issue in the round of 16. I think England as well. I think, you know how I feel about this. We had a very heated conversation before you came on air. I think Senegal are a good side, and I think that they can cause England problems. And I think Southgate is very tactically inept. And I'm not sure if Senegal gets a foothold in the game. Like if they go ahead, I'm just not sure Southgate has that tactical ability to change things, if he needs to change things, to get England back into the game. If England score first against Senegal, I think the game is pretty much done though. But I think if y'all go behind, that's where I don't think that Southgate has the ability to bring y'all back. So I think Germany and England are probably the two biggest sides that I think could be casualties. I think Brazil and Portugal Brazil is a very good side, so they're going to go through. Portugal probably has a favorable quarterfinal, as does Argentina. Netherlands.
Last 16, you mean?
Yeah. I keep saying quarterfinal. I don't know why. Netherlands, USA, again, I think USA are a good side. They play good football, but their problem is scoring goals. Even today against Iran, like, they were in control of that game, but because 1-0 is such a dangerous scoreline, Iran only needed a goal. They knew all they needed to do was score and they'll go through. And they really pushed USA hard in the last 15, 20 minutes. And USA, to me, they just don't have the players that are going to get them 2-3 goals a game, which I think they're going to need against a side like Netherlands. But I am looking forward to watching that game. France have a pretty good draw, so I really think Germany and England's ties are. All the games are going to be competitive, but I think Germany and England are probably one of one. I don't think both will go, but I think one will go. And don't worry, if Germany loses, I'll still be here next Tuesday.
All right.
I ain't like some people.
Well,
I won't run.
interesting.
It's amazing though how you will not come on your own podcast for a team that you don't support.
No, because I
Interesting.
don't want to face up to you tell me foolishness.
Okay. But you don't support your team?
I don't support a team, but I got certain things that I can take and certain things I can't.
Okay.
I just know myself.
But you don't support your team?
No, I know myself.
All right.
Yeah, I don't support a team, but you can say some irritable things. But like how you said that you don't think if England score first, Senegal can't come back. I don't believe that. I think Senegal could still come back potentially. If
I
England
think
score
y'all
first.
are very good on the front foot. I think if y'all get one, y'all get a second quick.
Which
I do.
Which England has she been watching? But
I just think that y'all. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I think if England score first, Senegal could potentially still come back. And if Senegal was to score first, I think England could come back too. And it may not necessarily be down to anything that Southgate does, because most of Southgate subs or personnel changes as opposed to tactical changes, to be honest.
True. It's true. He does do a lot of light for light substitutions.
Right. I think England's personnel, is just of the quality that they could come back against Senegal, but Senegal could beat them too.
Okay.
Because England, we could see a game where Harry Maguire goes back to the Mayu, Harry Maguire, and does a lot of foolishness. Who knows? Jordan Pickford in the bars. Who knows? A lot could happen against England. England can that really should start. England. You always talk about England squad and England quality. England got Jordan Pickford in the bars. Harry Maguire centre back. Walking boat with Luke Shaw. Although I think Luke Shaw's played good for England. Don't get me wrong.
He does.
Yeah. Walking boat with a midfield that ain't on par
Favoritism though.
with Spain or France or anybody else. Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham is a promising talent, but
I can't wait to see how you talk about Bellingham when he signs for Liverpool.
we don't know that's going to happen.
He might. I actually think, for me,
Mhm.
in terms of the clubs that are in for Bellingham,
Mhm.
I actually believe that he'll go to Liverpool. I don't think Real Madrid needs him.
Mhm.
I don't think City needs him.
Mhm.
I don't think he's going to go to Chelsea if we miss out on Champions League.
Mhm.
I don't think Manchester United could buy him,
Mhm.
but I think between the two, he'll probably choose Liverpool.
First, right? Liverpool can miss out on Champions League too.
Yeah, but
We could.
I still think with Klopp there, though, he will attract the best young talent as well. So that's why I think he'll be a
I missed out
Liverpool
on a
player.
player in the summer, so who knows?
That's different. That player only wanted Madrid.
Yeah, well, Bellingham might only want United. Who knows?
I doubt that.
But the thing is, and this is what I was saying. I don't like the statement. I don't like the suggestion.
Oh, I
I don't
apologize.
like the narrative that you're driving when you say that. I wonder how you'll talk about Bellingham
I'm
if he
not
goes
in
to
a
Liverpool.
car, so I'm not driving.
Anyhow, figuratively speaking. But right, I don't like the narrative that you're driving. When you say that, I can't wait to see how you talk about Bellingham should he go to Liverpool. Listen, you know this. When Liverpool got players that I don't like, I said I don't like them. You've heard me talk about Naby Keita. You've heard me talk about. Well, I don't dislike Oxlade Chamberlain, but you've heard me criticize him too. I criticize Liverpool players when they're not performing or when I don't think they're of a certain quality. I don't talk about Curtis Jones. He's a homegrown talent.
Oh, you saw he signed a new contract. I
I
forget to message you.
I know who decided to get it, but
I
anyway.
forget to message you. I remember that was a few days after you had just cussed you up on
Right.
on WhatsApp.
Right.
I was like, oh look, the man gonna say like what additional 5 years, 2027.
2027 or something like
And
that.
I was like, look at Andrew boy, look.
My boy. But no.
Oh gosh, too
Right,
funny.
and I have been critical of Trent when need be. I just don't go over the top like other people, but that's neither here or there. I've been critical of Robertson in the past. I just talk about boy I probably never criticized Liverpool is probably Van Dijk. I can't remember ever putting a tongue lashing on him in a sense like this poor performance whatever case blah blah.
Okay.
But I just cast Liverpool players too, so I don't get the notion. But if Bellingham comes to Liverpool, I don't think good enough based on what he showed me when he get there. If he comes, I don't think he can. I'm not convinced that Liverpool are favorite to sign him either. To be honest,
I don't think y'all are favorites, but I think that's going to be his destination. Because as I said, I just don't think City and Madrid need him.
we will tell. But and again, I don't know what I mean because we've seen Real Madrid sign a lot of players that they didn't necessarily need.
Yeah, but remember they just signed Tchouaméni, and they signed Camavinga like a year ago.
Yeah.
So unless they buy Bellingham to replace Madrid, and I don't think they're the same type of player. So
They got Cruz in midfield. That might be soon if it
all
is.
right, forget Cruz.
So
I doubt Cruz leaving Madrid anytime soon.
I don't know. Who knows? Time will
Cruz should
tell.
still be playing for Germany. I can't believe Cruz retired.
Time will tell.
Anyways,
Time
got
will
me
tell.
upset about that again. So by the time we come back next week, all the round of 16 should be finished. So we should have a very interesting show.
If I'm here. But anyway, I'm just joking, man. Relax. Wait. First, you do it all the time because they've had shows where you've said that you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but I don't be serious.
That if me and Shaq do certain things, you ain't coming back.
Oh no. I said if you come on set saying you never walk alone, I will walk off.
But in private, you also said if certain things me and Shaq do, but I'm not gonna mention. No, I'm gonna put you on Front Street.
Oh, you
But-
mean that?
Right,
Oh, that's a
you know.
whole different situation. That's a whole different situation.
But I feel like all the.
That's not me walking off set over a team that I don't support.
But I feel
supposedly.
with the right liquid encouragement. I feel like say. But anyhow, I'll be here.
The
next
day
week.
you do that, though, I ain't coming back at all, though.
For true.
Are you serious?
Make sure you face again.
Never again.
Oh, happy day. Just joking. I'm kidding. All right.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Rain falling. We can talk a little more.
I good.
Before you
I
again.
don't mind though, rain.
You got an umbrella?
No, I don't. The car is not far.
Okay.
So I good.
What you catch a cold?
That's a old wife tale.
A what?
That's like one of them old time sayings. Like that ain't actually real. Can't catch the cold from you, right?
Fair enough.
The cold is a virus.
But I looking out for you. No, I'm why you watch you, right? You know what I mean?
I can see, right, that it on the tip of your tongue, right? And can we end the show before you do say it? You ain't regret.
Wait, I regret it, but me, but you. And I honestly, right, it might end with a good result. You know, you may see we here, you know, all happy. In the next couple of weeks or whatever, you got some news to tell me a shot. I'm be like, oh, well, wait, it worked. Well, who knew? But I'll stop there. Right?
Please.
I'll let you wrap it up.
Please and thanks.
I'll let you wrap it up.
Please and thanks.
Clearly, Marissa does not want me to embarrass her.
Anyways, this has been another episode of the Dugout Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, the Dugout_podcast, as well as our individual handles. And we'll see you next week when we will talk about everything that has happened in the round of 16. If Andrew's here. And
I'll be here.
he indicated that earlier, so maybe you should talk about it, where we may have a special guest on next week.
Mm-hmm. All three of us are...
Oh, I ain't sure yet.
Okay. All right, but yes, we want to start introducing some new faces just to get a different perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's been long enough. I think people might want to see a little bit of a different perspective on the show, different opinion, maybe someone who supports a different team other than Germany, and I've got a team right now, but nevertheless, yes.
The man right in this
we
boat,
are,
boy.
But I guarantee you, if a surprise was to happen,
See what I tell you?
you could play that. You could play that blooper reel. I will come on here in my shirt. And I was saying God save thee was the king now. Anyway, but I will not saying that. But yeah, so just enough for that banter. But yeah, so hopefully next week we will start the process of having different faces on the show, discussing the World Cup, at least initially. And we'll see how it goes. So, make sure you tune in next week.
Yep. So that's it from us. See you next week.